Counselor and Assistant Superintendent Jonathan Thompson, as well as members of the City Council and School Committee. Councilor Schultz, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the
Flag
of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
The following members of the Joint Convention are present this evening: Councilor Boschman, Councilor Kuchar, Councilor DiNatale, Mayor DiNatale, Mr. Hogan, Council President Kuchmarek, Ms. LaBelle Pierce, Councilor Schultz, Councilor Squalia, Mr. Stevens, Councilor Van Hazinga, Councilor Walsh, Mr. Walsh, and Councilor Zarella.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I will now proceed to read the warrant for the joint convention. City Council and School Committee will meet in joint convention Tuesday, December 15th, 2020 at 6 p.m. via the Zoom meeting platform. The following matter is on the agenda: to appoint 2 members of the Montechusett Regional Vocational Technical School District Committee to fill the expired seats for 4-year terms to expire January 2024, and to appoint 1 member of the Montechusett Regional Vocational Technical School Committee District to fill the unexpired term of Robert A. Babineau Jr., term to expire January 2022. The following will be the order of business. Call to order. Pledge of Allegiance, roll call attendance, reading of the warrant for joint convention, vote to accept the rules of the convention. Clerk reads names of candidates. Clerk conducts the lottery for order of presentations by candidates. Presentations by candidates, 3 minutes each. Vote to elect the first candidate pursuant to City Council Rule 3.16. Roll call vote to confirm result. Clerk announces first member elected. Vote to elect the second candidate pursuant to City Council Rule 3.16. Roll call vote to confirm result. Clerk announces second member elected. Vote to elect the third candidate pursuant to City Council Rule 3.16. Roll call vote to confirm result. Clerk announces third member elected, swearing in of 3 members, and then adjourn. And that's very truly yours, Mary D. Alderetti, City Clerk.
motion to amend the proposed rules.
Second.
Motion made to amend proposed rules.
I move that we amend the rules such that, given that we have only 2 candidates for 1 contested seat, the votes be taken as a plurality roll call vote as opposed to by the ranked voting detailed in Council Rule 3.16.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Yes.
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 Well, excuse me, Madam Chair, Madam Clerk, should we do this as a roll call or?
Mr. Mayor, you may choose to do roll call, or you may ask for unanimous consent unless someone objects.
Well, I'll ask for unanimous consent. Any objections?
Could I please, sorry, could I please just get a clarification of what you mean?
May I, Mr. Mayor?
Go ahead. Yes, Council.
Under Council Rule 3.16, we actually moved to a ranked choice ballot last year. But since there are only 2 candidates for the 1 contested seat, a ranked choice ballot would break down into the same thing as a single vote.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
One question regarding the rules. Item 7 says the vote required to fill the vacancies on the Montechusett School District Committee shall be by a majority vote of 10 members of both combined. That number 10 is not correct. Should that be changed?
Yes, you are correct. It should be 9.
9. Okay.
So we have a motion for a unanimous consent. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
He's frozen.
Just give the mayor a minute to, oh, there he is.
All right, I'm back. Okay. Did you read the names of the candidates?
Not yet, sir.
Madam Clerk, please read the names of the candidates and conduct the lottery to determine the order of their presentations. Candidates will have 3 minutes to make a presentation.
Okay, I would first like to note for the minutes that Ms. Reynolds did join the meeting at 6:07.
Okay. Welcome, Ms. Reynolds.
To appoint a member of the Montechusett Regional Vocational Technical School for a term of 2 years to fill the expired term of Robert A. Babineau Jr. We have two candidates, Robert H. Campbell and Alexander Vera. I will now pull the name of the first person who will be speaking. The person to speak first will be Robert Campbell, and Mr. Vera will follow him. And for the appointment of two members to fill the term for 2024, we have two nominees, Ronald Rigby and Melanie Weeks. And Melanie Weeks will speak first for that. If we could have the first person to do their presentation for the 2-year position, please.
Me, I'm on cue. All right, this is a little out of the ordinary, being always at the present at the City Hall, but let's go. Well, good evening, Mayor, City Council members, and Fitchburg School Committee members. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Bob Campbell. I've been a resident of Fitchburg for 35 years. All my children attended Fitchburg Public Schools. I would like to thank Fitchburg Special Ed Education Department. Hello?
Go ahead, Bob.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hear some feedback, that's why. All my children attended Fitchburg Public Schools, and I would like to thank Fitchburg's Special Education Department for doing a great job with my special needs son while he was there. I'm a retired educator with over 30 years of experience in vocational education and comprehensive high schools. I'm currently working part-time as a consultant in green energy. I'm here to seek your support for an open position at Monty Tech School Committee. I know there are many students in Fitchburg who would like to attend Monty Tech and learn a trade and find a good employment. But due to Monty Tech's strict admissions policies, many of our students do not get in. We need to change this. This would be one of my goals if appointed to Monty Tech School Committee, that all students be given an equal opportunity when applying and not get rejected due to their attendance or small discipline issues. They need to change the admission policy to accommodate the individual students and their needs. As Monty Tech School Committee members representing the city of Fitchburg, we should all work to advocate for our students who really want to learn a trade and help get their good skilled jobs in the future. I appreciate your support and thank you. And I'll take any questions.
Are we accepting questions, Madam Clerk?
I don't believe we are, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Campbell.
Yep.
Next, we will have Mr. Vera.
Good evening, City Council. Good evening, Fitchburg School Committee, and good evening, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for having me speak today. So my name is Alexander Vera. I am a longtime resident of Fitchburg. Grew up in the Fitchburg Public Schools and actually graduated from Monty Tech. I'm seeking this to be appointed to this 2-year position at the Monty Tech School Committee because not only being a member of the LGBT community, but also being a member of the Hispanic community, I see where Monty Tech is lacking in admissions. There's students that come up to me from both the charter school system and the Fitchburg High system that, you know, would love to go to Monty Tech, and they just didn't get the opportunity to. There's a huge gap in kids being allowed to go to Monty Tech, and especially in the Hispanic community here, where they just feel like they can't make it. They feel like, you know, Monty Tech is too out of reach for them, and that it's too elite for them, and they don't even bother going. And I want to change that perspective. As someone who graduated from Monty Tech, I definitely agree that there are many benefits of Monty Tech, and it's an amazing school. So I just want to, you know, get your support and being able to represent Monty Tech and represent the city of Fitchburg. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Vera.
you, Mr. Vera.
We will now have our candidates for the four-year position, and Ms. Weeks, you are first to speak.
Good evening. My name is Melanie Weeks. I'm a lifelong resident of Fitchburg and a graduate of Fitchburg High School. I have a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and a Master of Science in Electronics Engineering. As an undergraduate, I was hired by the Air Force as a co-op student, and after graduation, I accepted a permanent position. I retired last year with over 41 years of civilian service, which includes 30 years of research and development in the Air Force Research Laboratories and 11 years of system acquisition in the Electronic Systems Center. I have worked on the Monty Tech School Committee since my appointment in 2016. Monty Tech now offers 21 trades and has 53 co-op employers, so interested students can apply their skills they learn in a real-world environment. Along with the academic classes, it is important that the trades remain up to date so our students are well prepared when they graduate. Striving to keep up with the ever-changing technologies can help ensure the students are learning skills that will be relevant to the job market. During the past 4 years, I served on the Capital Improvement Subcommittee and I currently serve on the Student Advisory and Workforce Subcommittees. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic this spring, our work was delayed. If reappointed, I will continue working on the subcommittees and see the work through completion. Along with the monthly meetings, I will continue to represent Fitchburg by attending the various Monty Tech events when possible via Zoom and eventually back in person. I have two sons who were 2015 and 2018 graduates of Monty Tech. Both took advantage of the co-op program and both are currently in the workforce. I believe being a parent of Monty Tech students has given me an added perspective of the school. Also, with my personal education and workforce experiences, I know the effect of learning in a hands-on environment. Having these two perspectives, I can be a valuable voice for our city on the Monty Tech School Committee. I believe we need to ready our students for the many challenges that they will encounter in the years ahead. We do this by ensuring the academic classes and the trades are preparing our students for success. Despite the continuing budget quandaries and the recent educational challenges, I'm proud of the accomplishments made by the school district. We need to make some tough choices to balance what is best for our children, our city, and Monty Tech, and I'm up for the task. It would be my honor to continue representing our city, and I humbly ask for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Weeks.
Mr. Turigny, you are next to speak.
Mr. Turigny, your microphone's muted. Please unmute your microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Are we all set?
You are all set to proceed. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor and School Committee Chairperson, Mr. DiNatale, City Council President, Mr. Kushner, and City Councilor, School Committee Vice Chairman, Mr. Stevens, and School Committee members, good evening. I would like to begin to recognize the administrators, teachers, and all supporting staff of Monty Tech and the Fitchburg Public School System for their dedication to teaching our students during the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. It is remarkable for what they have accomplished. My name is Dr. Ronald Turigny. I recently retired as a small business owner practicing general dentistry in a city of Fitchburg for the last 43 years. I am also a member of the Monty Tech School Committee for the last 6 years and a member of the Finance Subcommittee. I sit here tonight to seek your continued support as a member of the Montezut Regional School of the city of Fitchburg. My primary goal is always to ensure a safe, equitable, and productive educational environment for our Fitchburg and district students. Ultimately, this goal is to provide the student with a vocational trade and didactic education, guiding the student to become a responsible, productive, and effective member in this ever-changing society. Unfortunately, not all Monty Tech graduates follow the trade in which they were trained. Some will seek a college education other than their learned trade. Others will expand on their trade in college. Some will use their learned skills as an adjunct source of income. Others will use it as their own personal use. I've had the pleasure to witness all these scenarios, and they are all positive. During the next 4 years, I will continue to focus on the admissions policy and how it affects applying Fitchburg and sending community students. Commissioner O'Reilly will soon be publishing new vocational school admissions regulations. I look forward to be part of this discussion. I will continue to perform the duties required as a school committee member representing the city of Fitchburg. With your consideration and approval, I wish to continue my future services as a member of the Montezut Regional Vocational Technical School Committee representing the city of Fitchburg. Thank you.
Can anybody hear me? Hello?
Yes.
I lost the Zoom.
Yes, you're here, sir.
We can see you, Bob.
Okay, but I can't see you guys. Okay.
That concludes the presentations for this evening.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We will now vote to elect the first Monty Tech School District Committee seat. This position is to appoint one member that will serve to fill the unexpired term of Robert A. Babineau Jr., with term to expire January 2022. Voting is by roll call, beginning with the member who led the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. After the clerk calls your name, please state the name of the candidate for whom you are voting. Madam Clerk.
Just to remind the committee members, the two people that you can choose for this position are Robert H. Campbell or Alexander Vera. Councilor Schultz. Councilor Schultz, would you please unmute?
Robert H. Campbell.
Thank you, sir. Councilor Squalia.
Alexander Vera.
Thank you. Mr. Stevens.
Mr. Campbell.
Thank you. Councilor Van Hazinga.
Mr. Campbell.
Councilor Walsh.
Mr. Campbell.
Mr. Walsh.
Robert Campbell.
Councilor Zarella.
Mr. Campbell.
Councilor Boschman.
Mr. Campbell.
Councilor Kuchar. Councilor Kuchar.
Mr. Campbell.
Councilor Di Natale.
Mr. Campbell.
Mayor Di Natale.
Robert Campbell.
Mr. Hogan,
Robert H. Campbell.
Council President Kuchmarek,
Robert H. Campbell.
Miss LaBelle Pierce,
Alexander Vera,
Miss Reynolds.
Mr. Campbell,
If the council and the members of the committee would give me a moment just to tally the results, please. The results are 13-2 for Mr. Campbell.
Thank you to both candidates. Congratulations, Mr. Campbell.
Thank you.
Wish you the best in your efforts on the committee. Thank you so much. We will now vote to elect the second Monty Tech School District Committee seat with a term to expire January 2024. As before, after the clerk calls your name, please state the name of the candidate for whom you are voting. Madam Clerk.
Councilor Schultz,
Melanie Weeks.
Councilor Squalia,
Melanie Weeks,
Mr. Stevens,
Dr. Perigny.
Councilor Van Hazinga,
Ms. Weeks,
Councilor Walsh,
Ms. Weeks,
Mr. Walsh,
Dr. Terigny,
Councilor Zarella,
Ms. Weeks,
Councilor Boschman,
Ms. Weeks.
Councilor Kuchar,
Ms. Weeks.
Councilor Di Natale,
Melanie Weeks.
Mayor Di Natale,
Mr. Terigny.
Mr. Hogan,
Melanie Weeks.
Council President Kuchmarek,
Melanie Weeks.
Miss LaBelle Pierce,
Melanie Weeks,
and Miss Reynolds.
Melanie Weeks,
One moment, please, while I tally. Miss Weeks has won one position on a vote of 12-3.
Congratulations, Ms. Weeks. Thank you for your willingness to participate in all the years you put in with the committee. Thank you so much. Good luck in the future. We will now vote to elect the third Monty Tech School District Committee seat with a term to expire January 2024. As before, after the clerk calls your name, please state the name of the candidate for whom you are voting. Madam Clerk.
Councilor Schultz,
Ronald Terigny.
Councilor Squalia,
Ronald Perigny,
Mr. Stevens,
Dr. Terigny.
Councilor Van Hazinga,
Dr. Terigny,
Councilor Walsh,
Dr. Terigny,
Mr. Walsh,
Dr. Terigny,
Councilor Zarella,
Dr. Terigny,
Councilor Boschman,
Dr. Twinsie.
Councilor Kuchar,
Dr. Terigny.
Councilor Di Natale,
Dr. Terigny,
Mayor Di Natale,
Dr. Terigny.
Mr. Hogan,
Dr. Terigny.
Council President Kuchmarek,
Dr. Terigny.
Ms. LaBelle Pierce,
Dr. Terigny,
and Miss Reynolds.
Dr. Terigny.
And that is unanimous, 15.
Congratulations, Dr. Terigny. Best of luck in the future. I know you've been there a while. You know how it works. You have a very familiar last name as well. And not sure if there's any relation, but I'm sure there is somewhere down the line. 3 new school district committee members will now be sworn in by the clerk.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us while we do this Zoom platform. I know it's a little different, but if you would kindly raise your right hands, and if everyone else besides the 3 candidates would make sure they're muted so we don't get any background. Kindly repeat after me. I do solemnly promise and swear
I do
I
promise
solemnly promise and swear
that I will faithfully and impartially,
that
I will faithfully and impartially,
and to the best of my knowledge and ability,
and
and best of my knowledge and ability,
best of my knowledge
Per-
and ability,
perform and discharge
perform and discharge
discharge
all the duties incumbent upon me
all duties incumbent upon me
on me,
as a member
as a member
of the Montechusett Regional Vocational Technical School Committee District.
Montechusett Regional Vocational
of the
District.
member of the
District.
Montezuma
School District.
Regional.
So help me God.
So help me God.
God.
Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, by acclamation. Thank you very much.
Good night, everyone.
Good evening,
night.
everyone.
Night.
Night.
Thank you.